Alright, this is the tubeless tire in action. 0 PSI. Look at that bad boy. Look how it's gripping right there.
Hey, what's up guys? It's Tyler. Welcome back to the eveRide channel. Today we're looking at tubeless tires. Tubeless, the Tubeless System. These are Motoz tires, or Moto Z. Will somebody at Motoz or Moto Z tell me how to say that? It's nobody knows. Somebody probably knows. You probably know. Tell me. Anyway, we're looking at the Tubeless System. Now, basically what's going on is there's like this little 10-speed tube under this red thing's just a guard. There's a little 10-speed tube. You pump it up to 100, 110 PSI, and it basically seals your rim the entire way around like a rim lock. How does it work? You pump up the inner chamber to 110 PSI. That seals everything. You pump up the outer chamber to whatever you want it to be, you know, 10, 5, 0, and it gives you tons more traction. Now, since it's the outer chamber, you can use a plug kit to patch it. You can probably find out all about that stuff other places. A lot of people ask, how does it give you more grip? It just seems like a flat tire, which if you've had a flat tire, you know it just feels like a wobbly mess. But tubeless is different because it seals the rim to the tire. And so if you look here on the DRZ, this does not have a tubeless system in it. And you can see the majority of the wear is here on the middle of the tire, which is kind of annoying. And that also means, well, it's chicken strips. But it also means these sides are not getting a lot of grip. They're not being used as much as they could be. If you come over here and look at the tire on the CRF 450X, you can see that it's kind of bending in right there. Now that's really kind of cool because instead of the DRZ where the side knobs are not touching the ground, the lugs here are. That makes a big difference. Basically running at lower PSIs means that more of your tire can make contact with the ground. So you can see the wear pattern on this tire is more stretched out to the sides. This means a lot more traction. That's really, really cool. And it doesn't feel like your tire's wobbling around. So here's kind of the story with this tire and rim. I was spooning on the other tire. I accidentally chunked out a piece of the tire here on the sidewall. We went down to Moab and pumped it up, wouldn't retain air. So we had a totally flat tire. There was a big rip in it. We weren't going to be able to fix it with a plug kit like you can with tubeless systems because it was right here on the sidewall. So I decided to ride and have my buddy Gabe, aka Frickin' Jim, ride the entire time on a 0 PSI tubeless system to test it, to make sure that it was awesome. And it was a lot of abuse. First of all, feeling the tires after it was on the pavement for a while, it didn't feel much hotter than any of the other tires. I thought that it would be really, really hot, but it wasn't. We rode on, 60, 75 mile an hour roads. We rode on rocky terrain. We rode on sand. We rode on pure sandstone. We probably rode over 120, 130 miles that trip, mostly off-road, but there were some long on-road stretches and some long just dirt road stretches. The tubeless system worked. It kept the tire on, it saved the trip, and basically on this Tusk rim, there's no rim damage at all, and we were binging off rocks like the entire time. I was shocked that it worked so well. Another thing is, it was my fault, but I did this little knurled nut. I did it all the way down to the rim. You're not supposed to do that. You're actually just supposed to get this nut up against the cap that you put here. For example, if your cap's on, it's just supposed to tighten against the bottom of the cap. It's not supposed to go to the rim. You'll mess up the system if you did that, and I did. And here's the thing, in Moab, where you think that there's gonna be all kinds of motorcycle shops and stuff like that, there's not. So I emailed, not called, but emailed Tubeless. They emailed back within 15 minutes and told me where I could find a tubeless system. So that's pretty impressive customer service. They also offered to replace it, and I was like, well, I'm riding right now. I'll just go buy one. So they're awesome. So anyway, that is my tubeless story, you guys. It works really, really well. I haven't had to patch a tire or anything like that yet, but there's a lot of people out there that say that's really easy as well. It's also easy to change your tires with the tubeless system. Once you get it on there, I find it easier than changing out tubes. This just really gets the thumbs up for me. Not a sponsored video, I just really like tubeless. So anyway guys, there is a link in the description below if you want to check out more information about tubeless and get some. I highly, highly recommend it. Thanks so much for watching and much love to y'all. eveRide out.